Oklahoma City. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Oklahoma City Bisons taking on the San Antonio Express.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Express and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio ball club, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Thomas. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Barnhart. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 85. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barnhart. For Kidder here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnhart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Off play action. Barnhart. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, Thomas. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Operating from the gun. Barnhart finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake. Barnhart to the right side and complete to Thomas.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brought down.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's taken down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Bisons 3. Express nothing.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Able to power through, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Express.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off with their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
Bisons 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone. Yeah,
not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback taking.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Third down.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Barnhart. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
1st down and 10. At their own.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Barnhart. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Dawson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39.
They run with Thomas. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without all In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they give this time to the tailback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's across midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
8-yard pickup. First down.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
The pass
And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
A gain of 16 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
And that is incomplete.
That open man that time, we ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Bisons 3.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking a 3 is just not that good.
Well, people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Now he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Barnhart in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Bisons 3.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It will do it. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back out comes San Antonio. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Barnhart. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Operating from the gun. Barnhart. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
From the gun. Barnhart. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Barnhart. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. From the 2 now. Second and goal.
Second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Now the extra point. Puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter.
First down, San Antonio.
Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the San Antonio first
now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Barnhart finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
On the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Express.
Back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
San Antonio.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. National Football League on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Quarterback sacked. Brought down.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun, Barnhart. Throw left side complete. It's Dawson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Barnhart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard.
Operating from the gun. Barnhart. That's the football. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
The 2nd down pass intercepted.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards on the pickup there. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes.
The running back again.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
To number 80.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd and 1. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
Rest 20. Bisons 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st down and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Barnhart. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down. Barnhart. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to him on first down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Carry for the running back. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma City, the loss will move them back to 3.